Hi, it's me, Stitching Joanne here. I'm doing a Flosstube video, and I should have looked when the last one was. Hello, I'm Stitching Joanne, and it has been since the 12th of August since my last video, which is ages, right? It was 32 degrees when I did my last video. I think it's 11 degrees today. So I have so much. Well, I've got like 5 finishes, so that is well fun. So the first thing I'm going to show you is an FFO. So it was a new start and a finish and an FFO since my last video, and it is Sampler Hare. He's drunk. Ta-da! This is Sampler Hare by La-di-da. I don't know if it's La-di-da or La-di-da Stitches. I don't know what this fabric is apart from it's linen and it's kind of like tea coloured. Whoa. And it was amazing that I had this normal fabric, looks like upholstery fabric, in my stash, and it's like the same colour. Do I need something white? I don't know. Hang on. Let's give it a little go, shall we? You can tell I'm a bit crazy today. Oh! I think it's me that's drunk. I'm not drunk. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I love it! So, what can I say about this? This pattern was gifted to me by a lovely friend from Retreat. And it's stitched on linen. It's the first time I've done one thread, like 1/1. And I really love how it looks. It looks really neat compared to 2/2 where it's all like janky. So neat. And it makes it look more like faded, which I really like. There's supposed to be like a dark bit here to separate his leg out. That's like his front leg, but I didn't put that in because I didn't like it. I think, it was done all in DMC, which also shocked me. And I think I changed the colour for the heart and the ear and like wherever else that colour is, because I didn't have the one it wanted. So yeah, the backing fabric pretty much matches, which was amazing. And it's got a little nose. Look. It was rather tricky to put together because it says, the pattern says, if you use this count of fabric, you can draw around this template. Well, you can't. The template is not the right size. So what I did was I held the fabric up to the window, like with the stitches facing forward, put a piece of paper over the top, and then like drew an outline around it, like, I don't know, 1 centimetre away from the edge of the stitching. And then I added like a seam allowance around that, and then I cut that out and then used that template to cut out the front and the back. So yeah, basically I made my own template. I then sewed it together on the sewing machine very, very slowly around the curves, and then had the difficult task of trying to get this ear through this tiny opening And as you can see, that was not successful, so I had to unpick the stitches here and then sew it back together again. But what I did was I only pushed through like the ear, and then I stuffed the ear, and then I pushed through the face and stuffed the face. So I like pushed it through bit by bit to get some good stuffing action. As usual, like I do with my Christmas ornaments, I forgot to put the tail in before I sewed it together. So when I'd got to like near here with the stuffing, no, actually it looks like I did it after the stuffing. After I'd stuffed it and I hadn't fixed the bottom, I then did the tail, and the way you do that is you pull strands off the side of your linen, and then you fold them over, and then you've got a little tail. I love its little tail. And then for the bottom I just cut out some cardboard and just like randomly glued it on with some tacky glue. I should probably like cover it, but can't bothered. So that just, I've got like a little clock thing, sits on my little clock. So that's sample hair. 6 minutes on sample hair. I do apologise. The next thing I did was I started the Lizzie Kate 4 Seasons charts that I've got, because I've had them forever, and I bought the called for Weeks Dye Works forever ago, and I remember it was a big deal because I spent £40 just on threads, and then I never even stitched them, so I've started stitching them. And this is autumn. Ta-da! You can't see the fabric very well, but it's I think it's called Eureka by Pole Stitchers, but I've had a look and they don't make it anymore. They don't dye it anymore. It's like pink and yellow. So I thought that was sort of autumny. Most of it is Weeks Dye Works, apart from the white and the green. This paler green is not Weeks Dye Works, it's DMC. I think I used 2 DMCs in this, and they're both the green ones. But the darker green, this tray is a Weeks Dye Works. And obviously you can see the blue is, I think that's called Blue Heron. I really liked that one. I wouldn't particularly recommend buying whatever this grey is, because it's just not variegated really. And then it's got the three little buttons sewn on. Super cute. So that's autumn. I think it took me probably like a week or something. No, longer than that. That cornfield took me about 4 days. Yeah, so that's autumn, and I've matched the fabric up for the other 3. So when it's like the first day of winter, or whenever I think, oh yeah, it's winter, I'll start the winter one, and that's going to be on like a cloud blue, I think it was. So that's autumn from the four seasons. This is the number 4 seasons, Lizzie Kate, whatever you call it. The next one is a biggie. The next thing I finished was Angel of Love by Lavender and Lace. Ta-da! It's got 4,110 beads on it, except I don't think mine has, because I didn't do the beads. Hang on, my screen's gone funny. I didn't do the beads for here. I bought this button to put in her hands. It's like a filigree type thing, and how I attached it was I spread the threads and the poked it through a hole, and then I've used invisible thread to attach it around where the holes are in the bead button. So here's the top bit. I used DMC Light Effects for the gold instead of the code for the one that comes on the spool. I used 2 skeins of that, if anyone wants to know. You can't really, it's a bit rubbish on camera. A lot of metallic, a lot of beads, it's quite heavy. Like you can tell, I'm like dropping it. It's heavy. I was going to tell you actually how many packets of beads and that I used. So, well actually, it's, what am I talking about? I'll just show you the empty packet. I used 1 and a bit spools of the, no, I don't know where the other one's gone. I used 1 and a bit of this Chronic 027 number 4 braid, number 8 braid. It was horrible to work with. Oh, found it. It's this. It's really thick and horrible and splitty, and yeah, would not use number 8 braid again. I used barely any of the blending filament 052 High Luster. You combine that with a brown. I used 2 skeins of DMC Light Effects E3852. I have lots of empty bead packets. 8 packets of beads, and then some partial. I didn't open that one, open that one. So if we say 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, you need 15 packs of beads. Okay, just 15. Ask for them for Christmas, that's what I did. And if you go on the Lavender and Lace website, it tells you, I just threw that into my pasta, it's okay. Tells you how many of each bead, but here is my calculations. The brackets is how many, roughly how many beads come in a packet, so that's how you work out how many packets you need. That's made a mess. Let me just stir my pasta. Got a tomato and herb mugshot for lunch. And my next finish is Willa Bella Witch by Doreen Jones. She's also on Eureka by Pole Stitches, 28 count. Is it Lugana? She's so cute. I don't do Halloween, but cute Halloween I thought I could manage. The only change I made was that there should be 2 of these little ones, but I ran out of this colour you can see my thread chicken picture on Instagram, which is at stitching_Joanne. So I just swapped it, put one sort of in the middle to balance it in the colour I'd still got left, the orange colour I'd still got. She's cute. I finished her on Halloween. The next finish I have is my socks. Hare yarn, merino sock, I believe. I've worn them a couple of times and they've been in the washing machine and they don't shrink or felt, so I'm well pleased with that. This is also a gift from my friend from Retreat, the yarn, and I did these on a 9-inch circular, which was my first time doing that. Ta-da! Socks. So then I've also been working on some projects. I had a new start on December by Hare, which forgot who it's by, Anna Dickman. She's so pretty. Claire Doyle is stitching that, so I wanted to do it, and that's how much I got done. This is how big it's gonna be, and this is how much I did. You can sort of see a snowflake here. I'm doing that tent stitch 2/1 on 25 count. I started doing it using the printed off chart like I usually do, and then I switched to pattern keeper, which I use on my mobile phone in case anybody wanted to know it was possible. It is, but it is very small. Here's some of the blue colours and some of the pinky purple colours. And then I've worked on my temperature garden. So when I last did a video, it would have been on one of these red days, probably this one. So then obviously it went yellow, and then more yellow and green, and then now it's all green. Just did November, started November yesterday, which is also green. Actually, yeah, actually it's yellow. That's the temperature garden by Stitching Mommy on Etsy. And then I picked up my oldest whip, which is this stamped cross stitch by Twillies of Stamford. I think it said the date on it was before I was even born, 1980 something. So last time I showed you, I'd done the top border bit and those flowers at the side and the tree trunk. So this time I've done all the leaves, all the flowers, the lady and the gentleman, and I had to do satin stitch. For their skin. They're a bit pasty. And he's got a massive hand. What? She's got bingo wings. No shame. So yeah, I'm probably about halfway. But I'd like to get that finished. It's not particularly fun to stitch on because you have to decide where you want to put the holes because the crosses don't join, so you kind of have to guess between between the crosses where you want to put it, which is usually a thread, not a hole. So that's a bit annoying. But I've made really good progress on that. And then the last thing I've been making is this knitting. It's the honey cowl by, I don't know, using, because I got 2 months of Knit Crate and then cancelled it because like it took them like 3 months to get here. And then I thought, well, now I've got 4 balls of wool I don't know what to do with. So this is it. It's actually purple and it looks blue. It's like royal purple, like imagine Cadbury's purple but a bit darker. And I've done this much. It's an easy pattern. It's like a slip stitch pattern. So this is the second ball. So that's that. And then I put all my haul away because I couldn't be doing with having it out anymore. But I went to charity shop this morning. I wasn't even going to go. I was walking past it because I had to go to the post office, and then I had to get some hair conditioner from this other shop, and then the charity shop was near there. So I went in. It was Oxfam, by the way, and I scored 4. Where's the 4th one? It's gone missing. Found it. I got 4 packets of linen. What? Kerry and Stitches, I think she went to charity shop and got loads of linen. And I was like, oh my god, I would never find that where I go. But then I said about where I'd found like 40 Mirabilias in a shop and they let me have them for like £40. So we've got half a metre of 35 count white Edinburgh, £1.99. I wanted to say to her, you've underpriced this, but I thought, no, don't say anything. I've got half a metre, that says Edinburgh 36 count, is that right? Yeah. One says 35, one says 36. I don't know. Half each of that, £1.99. Half a metre of 40 count Newcastle linen in antique white. And then also £1.99. And 35 count Flober Superfine Raw. Half a metre. I think it's half a metre. 19 by 27. No, is that a fat quarter? It's like very browny, speckly. So I got all of that for £7.97. Crazy. These also came this morning that I got off eBay. Whispered by the Wind. Autumn, winter, summer, presume that's spring, vernal equinox. I don't think I'll stitch all of them. I only really wanted winter. Well, winter and summer are my favourites. So yeah. We're going to lockdown tomorrow, but it's just ridiculous really, because it's not proper, so why bother? All they're doing is closing some shops, but like, you can still go to school, university. Oh, I want to shout out Almond M&M's, because she's like my new favourite. As is Noah Stitches. So check those out. I think it's the US election today. So I've been going on Instagram stories to see if you're all like freaking out or not. I think you probably are. Yeah, I think you are. But like, I don't know anything about American politics. Like, I don't know the values of the Democrats and the Republicans, but I think it's the more we have socialist, like socialist, liberal, conservative, and I think the one most of you want is the ones that we would pick, that I would pick. I'm so glad that a lot of my stitchy friends are liberal, Democrat, socialist, whatever, that side. But like last time I checked, it was close between the two. But I also do have friends that are like massive Trump supporters, and I don't really get it. But I did listen to a podcast that said that. No, I won't even go there. It was comparing Obama and Trump, let's say. So I hope the election goes well for you guys. Don't catch COVID. And if you haven't had your flu jab, get it. I'm going to go now and eat my pasta because I think it's actually cold now. So, see you, bye.